everybody, welcome back to our conversations. Tonight we are interviewing Linda, and I'm really excited to do this because we've got something exciting to tell you about if you're part of Girls Brigade. Now, if you are part of Girls Brigade, you'll know lots about this lady, but if you're not, I want to introduce her to you. So, Linda, let's ask a really difficult question first. Is that
Go on,
okay?
then.
So, if you had the choice of only eating one of these things for the rest of your life, which would you choose? You can either have spicy food, only spicy food for the rest of your life, or just eat baked potatoes without toppings. What would you pick?
Spicy food. Because I think I might get used to the spice and it wouldn't seem so spicy. Oh, just eating plain baked potatoes. I don't like them even now. And that's only for one meal. I have to put butter and cheese and all sorts on them. No, spicy. I go for spice.
That's good. I have actually seen, so girls, is a little sneak peek. Linda makes a fantastic cheesy potato.
Oh, yeah.
After camp, you'll see that video. Amazing.
Yeah.
Linda, tell us a little bit what it was like to grow up for you.
Right. Well, my mum and dad took me to Bethel Church when it was sort of the time when children went to Sunday school. Most families, children went to Sunday school, even if they didn't go to Sunday school themselves, because they went to Sunday school. So I went to Bethel Church Sunday School, and there I enjoyed it there. And then I went into Girls Brigade as a girl. So I suppose after that, I had some jobs, and then when I was older, I went back to university. Well, I went never go back. I hadn't been in the first place. I went to university, and then I became a social worker.
Wow.
So I was a social worker then until I retired a few years ago.
Amazing.
So,
am I right in thinking that you now help at Strawberry Fields?
Oh, the Salvation Army in Strawberry Fields, yeah. They, if ever you want to go to somewhere where it's nice, and if you want to go with your mums and dads or anything, it's nice to go for a meal there and to look around. It's a place though where they're open specially to help young people, probably similar age to a lot of you, between 18 and 23, something like that, 24, to get into work. People who have barriers to get into work, can be all sorts of different barriers. And so the idea is to bring them along, give them some skills to get work, go into placements and that. And they've been fortunate, a few of the people have got jobs, which they wouldn't have done. So that's what I do now.
Cool. Sounds
not
exciting.
much, but I do a bit.
Oh, it's exciting. How and why did you become a Christian?
I think it was because of the years, which I'd said in like Sunday school and Girls Brigade. It was the years I'd heard godly women talk about it, talk about their faith, talk about, first it was in the form of just Bible stories in the little ones, because it's in them. But then it was actually, it meant something to them and personal. And I thank God that in the past I've had a lot of godly women who are not here now, but who taught the way. And because they were so sort of enthralled with Jesus, you couldn't help but get to be attracted. Yeah. So I do remember one night when they had a children's meeting or something. I was a teenager, and they said about going out to the front, and I went out, and I did say I wanted to become a Christian, and I think maybe I did, but it was only as I got older that I really thought about it more, and I really, so it was a slow process, but sometimes if it's a slow process, it's like a tortoise. You get there, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
our faith and our relationship with God develops, doesn't it, as we get older?
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely. What Bible passage has really spoken to you?
Do you know, that it's funny that you've asked me that question, because I would normally say, oh, I don't know. But this week, and because what we're doing now with Girls Brigade, we're sending stuff out each Thursday to different age groups. And this week, the story is on Queen Esther. Mm. And the verse which came out to me was that her uncle, Mordecai, said to her that perhaps you were born for such a time as this.
Yeah.
And I think, wow, maybe that is what God is saying to us in Girls Brigade now, that, you know, this virus time is, if there ever was such a time as this, it's now, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that has really come to me, that perhaps we've been placed, all of us, in all our different ways, we've been placed to be in such a time as this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's my verse, which has really struck me this week.
Yeah, that's great. Last Saturday, Faz was interviewed, and one of his Bible passages, it led him to talk about how he knew that he could make plans, but it was God who ultimately was the plan maker, and it gave him a great confidence to follow him. And I think that the verse that you've just shared with us in Esther, it just goes hand in hand with that verse, doesn't it? That God has got plans for all of us, but he's placed us for a purpose in certain times, in certain situations, and we can take a real confidence in that God knows us and he's using us, isn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, I love that verse, by the way.
So do I. I love that. I've never really thought of it much till this week.
Yeah.
But it's really struck me this week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Such a time as this. Oh, that's now.
But you sent it to me earlier on in the week, and I was like, yeah, I totally agree.
I love that bit.
Good stuff. Well, we'll finish with one more question, and you asked me to put this one at the end so you could have a good think. So no pressure, but I'm expecting something good. Okay.
Right. Something different.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Any superpower? I suppose sometimes I'd like to go back if I've said something that I shouldn't have said, or I've upset someone, or I've done something and I could have done it better. And I think it might be nice to be able to say, "Oh, forget that." Yeah.
No, I'm with you. I think I'd have that superpower. I'd be using it all the time as well.
Yeah, I think that would be a good one.
Great. Linda, just tell us a little bit about Girls Brigade Camp to finish off.
Oh, right,
and thank you for your time as well.
Well, this year, obviously, we can't go away to camp. So we thought to ourselves, what can we do? Because we didn't want it just to go past. So we're going to have our camp online, and we've got all sorts planned. Because some of the things which you would do at camp, I mean, obviously, we always go to Alton Towers. Well, we can't go to Alton Towers, so we have to watch videos of Alton Towers and pictures of us being at Alton Towers. And we was great this year because we've got Kim and we've got Rachel and we've got Amy, who are going to take our devotions, which are going to be on Disney Princesses. And I'm sure some of the boys are saying, well, I'm glad I'm not going there. But we're doing it. And funny enough, another thing with such a time as this, Rachel Wallen, always does our booklets for camp, and does a lot of the work, but she's not here. As you know, she's away. But Kirsty's come forward. And that was another thing I was thinking of. You know, it's like God has given us Kirsty for such a time as this.
Yeah.
And she's done the books, which are absolutely amazing.
Yeah. It's good. It's going to be a really good week, isn't it? So if you do want to get involved and you're normally in Girls Brigade, then either get in touch with Linda. She should be sending your parents some messages.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to get in touch with Linda, then you can get in touch with us and we'll pass your details on. and we'll get you signed up. But that starts on the 27th of July, doesn't it?
It does,
And
yeah.
runs through to the 31st. And there'll be lots of activities and videos and even Zoom calls to join in on.
Yeah.
And things like that. Linda, thank you so much for your
You're
time.
welcome.
It's
You're
been
welcome.
a pleasure to interview you.
Okay, you're welcome. God
And
bless.
we'll see you soon, everybody. Take care.
Bye. God bless.